So how does that? Hmm. Hold on, let me finish setting up. Alrighty, hopefully the music is working right. 'Cause, mm, I'm gonna try and speed through some commissions tonight. So if I don't chat much, that's why. I gotta get the question of the stream up though, at least. How do I do that? Why is that the rule? Question of the stream. What are we gonna be today? Where is it? I don't need that right now. Okay. My dice rolling. 159. I also have like a list of questions that I haven't ah that I haven't that I have up. I don't think I've gone through all of them yet. So
The darkness
this
of
should be
bipolar
interesting.
depression made me feel like life was moving on without me. Then I found a chance to let in the light.
Discover Capilida. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Capilida is proven to deliver significant symptom relief from both bipolar 1 and 2.
Also in the chat now. Just from the question of the stream. It's so funny. I didn't have that song stuck in my head, but it is. Right. So here I am. And I'm gonna have the stream up on my TV because it's easier for me. Because I'll just casually look over there, I guess. Okay. Let me just stick to this and make out this one sketch. Uh-uh. Have these commissions done this week. Bit bold for me, but I honestly believe I can get it done. So These are wedding commissions from a friend of a friend. They liked how I did the drawings for my friend's wedding, so they commissioned me to do some drawings based off of these edited photos they took. And I think they look really cool. So I'm gonna try my best to put my own spin on it. I'm just getting the forms sketched out and a bit of the shading so I can just come back over that later. I'm going to be using these photos as reference for my colors and shapes and all of that and going from there. Hello. And then after that, hello. But after that, I'm going to I lost track of thought just that quick. After I finish getting the forms sketched out, so I know what everything's supposed to look like, I'm going to hold on. After I get the forms sketched out, I'm going to come back over it in my own style and just tweak things around so it looks more like my style rather than a complete copy of pictures, because I don't want it to look like that. I think these are going to turn out pretty well. I'm definitely going to try and be a bit faster with these than I am. Well, I always say that, but I always say that I'm a slower artist, but I'm pretty quick when it comes to commissions. So hopefully I'll be able to get these done this week. My goal is to at least get line art done today. And I'm almost done with the sketches, so that shouldn't be too bad. So once I get the line art for all three of these done, then maybe I'll start coloring tonight, or I'll start coloring it tomorrow. Who knows? I also had to redo that shield commission I got from another friend of mine, not the same friends, because well, I thought I was done the other day, went to go wash it, and all of the paint, not all of it, but a good bit of the paint washed off in the wash, so I was pretty upset about that, so I had to repaint it basically, and do some more touch-ups and whatnot. It's pretty good now. It's dry to the touch. I'm gonna let it dry for 24 hours, and then tomorrow I'm gonna iron it. Tomorrow I'm gonna iron it just to be sure that everything is set, and I'm going to try and wash it again, this time without making the mistake of putting detergent in it, because boy oh boy, I believe that's the mistake I did, because I could not remember, since it's been such a long time since I've done fabric related art, that I could not remember if you could use detergent or softener for those sorts of things, and I stupidly put detergent, probably the strongest detergent we had. So that was my bad.
Your book, Dinner for Vampires, comes out this week.
Live, laugh,
Congratulations.
learn.
How are you feeling?
I'm definitely not going to do that again. So hopefully, when I go to watch it this time around,
People often ask me,
that mishap doesn't happen, because
excited is not the right
I have to get that shield done before May and send it back to my friend who lives all the way up in like Michigan, I believe.
I thought, oh, this is great material. I just lived through something traumatic, and you go through therapy and you want to just work through it in your private life. But
along with
that became part of the
that
healing,
shield,
was recognizing how
I need this wedding commission done before
who hadn't been in something as dramatic as a cult,
April,
and yet
which is
somehow
next
I was
month.
finding myself in conversations with so many women in particular,
I definitely
but so
need
many
to get
people who
this
had
done
found themselves in this kind
today. Well, not today.
dynamic
This week.
relationally. And
I've also
the
been
more
kind
I
of
had that
busy the last few
conversation, the
weekends.
more that brought
So
healing to me. And then when the opportunity for writing a book
since
came up, it
the
just
start
felt
of
like
February, I
this
haven't
is the right
announced
thing
it
to
on my
do. It's also
tiny house channel. I wish I
what
had,
good are
because
our
I just
mistakes
haven't
if
had
we
time to
can't?
record.
It's
But
honestly one of the
since
things I love
the
about
beginning
you
of
and listening to your show
February,
is that there's this
we've been
sense of
trying
like
to
an
go out there and
open
work on the
mess.
tiny
And I
houses,
it's please don't
the
take that the
shed
wrong
to
way,
houses,
but
in the best
it's
way.
actually really wonderful and really comforting to
over the
see
last few
somebody just
weekends.
living in this
And
space of
me and my
I don't
mom have
know,
been
and also look at
hammering
this
that out.
stupid
So
decision I
we've been
made, and
pretty
look at this
busy these
weird
last few
mistake that I
weekends, and
made,
I am
and
very excited
oh,
about
we're
that.
not alone.
I'm
We're
also
not alone,
excited
and I really appreciate you
because
coming today because
pretty
I
soon
think
I
you're
will
right
be
in
building
talking
my
about
bonus
there is
room
something that you've gone through that maybe at face
addition
value
on
to
my
people are like,
house.
I cannot relate to being
So
in a cult, but the themes that you experience throughout
I'm
this
hoping
moment in your life are
to get that
so
started
relatable and are these
next
very
week.
tangible
Well, this
experiences that
weekend or
so many
next
women
weekend,
listening are gonna be like, yep,
potentially,
I've been
from
there.
the
So
thought
we're
of
gonna
it.
get
I don't
into it.
know.
I
I haven't
mean,
been
I
keeping
just have
track
to
of the
though say,
weeks.
like, and I was saying it too
I should.
downstairs, the book is
But
incredible and it's so
yeah,
fascinating
so
because
this weekend I'm
you
going to be
do talk
helping my
about your
mom
childhood
build
and your relationship with your parents
shelves
and
and
One
stuff
Tree Hill.
for her
And oh, by the
kitchens.
way, for 10 years
And
you were in
then
this cult. And I think it's
next
important
weekend,
to kind of
maybe
go back to
I'll
what led
probably
you
be
to this
building
moment,
the
and then we're going to kind of
base
go
for
all
the
through it.
bonus
But
room, so knocking
let's
out
get
the
into it.
floor.
How would
If I don't
you
do that this weekend, knocking
describe
out the
yourself as a
floor
kid?
and getting the
I was I had a huge imagination. I was lonely.
first story walls done
Um,
so that I can
I had a really, I guess I
work
was kind
on
of like an old
the
soul where I
second
think I
story with the
always
help
had
of
this
my
sense
sister
of
and her friends. If they're
this
available. If
too shall
not,
pass.
I'll
This
just have to
moment
see
is
what I
not
can do. But
the biggest thing ever. And
either
that
way,
helped
I
me a
am
lot
very
in
excited to
the
finally be getting
feeling
started on my
alone,
bonus
feeling
room,
the
because along with
solitude.
building the bonus room,
Um,
I'm going to be raising the
I
roof
don't
on
know
my
why
shed,
I seemed to always understand that as a
which I
kid,
will
but
also need help with.
yeah,
So
so there was
that'll
this
be
comfort
that'll
in
be a sight.
knowing that there was something bigger out there.
Her
There was
pose did
another
not
day
change much, so
coming.
I might cheat
There
here.
was
I'm going
hope,
to be honest.
and it's okay to just be alone. And
I'm
learned
going to
to
be
enjoy my own
100% honest. I'm
company,
just going
which
to
is a
cheat
huge
here
gift as well as a
That is a
kid.
gift.
and copy and paste
Why
that.
would you say you were lonely?
I was an only child, and my parents were wonderful, but very young and doing the best that they could at their age. We had addiction in the family. We had codependence.
So it's taking so much
There
time
were so many dynamics at
and
play,
effort.
and everybody was just trying to stay afloat. So I, and we moved a lot, so it was hard to maintain friendships.
When you looked at your parents' relationship growing up, like what did their relationship feel like to you? Was it very loving? Was it toxic? What was it like?
It was tense. It was very tense. I think they really loved each other, and as you as so many of us discover that those feelings of love are often fleeting, and you have to build on something more. And they both
Match,
had a deep connection to their faith
sort
and
of,
really
but
wanted
not
to build their
really.
marriage on that. But they grew up in that, or they raised me, and they had come out of that
Yeah,
80s movement of
it shouldn't pop out.
evangelicalism
Let me undo that.
that was so
I'll just do the sketch real quick. It's
it
not that big of a deal.
promised so many
Me
things
trying to be
without
lazy over
giving
here,
you the
y'all.
foundation of a real relationship
And I have the good
moment to
doctor with
moment
me.
with God. There was no sense of it in terms of my experience with that movement, which I grew up in. There wasn't a lot of space to be a mess and to make mistakes and to just like figure it out day by day.
Yeah.
It was a lot of here are the rules that you need to live by. And when you accomplish all these rules, then you will be happy. And
All right.
they believed it as well, and then
Oh, frick.
discovered,
I keep
following all the
forgetting
rules
his
all the time
lightsaber.
isn't actually working.
Her,
And then the marriage became really tense because of that and other factors.
How
not
do
that
you
that would
think
matter
your
too
like
much.
watching your parents'
It's just a
dynamic like
sketch.
shaped
But
your view on like
I want it to
love
look
and
nice
marriage?
and look uniform.
Wow, what a great question.
Okay. Lightsaber acquired.
Damn it, I know I was going to therapy today, Alex.
I wear my glasses for you.
Okay. I think that
Like I'm having a hard time sketching half of
it
this.
became an
I'm also
unsafe
going to be
place
trying
emotionally
to
because
edit videos
I didn't know
later
what they were
tonight,
dealing with.
maybe.
You're
I
too
don't know
young to
yet.
understand the
Or
dynamics of a grown relationship. And so it became a mystery to me. And it was like, I don't want
on my
I
tiny
don't want
house channel. I
this
don't know if you guys
dynamic,
hear my
the
niece and
sort of
nephew screaming out there.
one person's really calm, one person's really
All right.
hyper,
Yeah, I'm gonna be
and
working on
they're
that
constantly at each other's throats, and there's so many problems. And it just was like,
pretty soon.
they're figuring so much out. I better just kind of raise myself.
Okay.
And then going into later in my life, as I got so boy crazy, because then you're looking for something to fill those holes.
I think it'd
And
be cool to make him a bunch of
I
warm
don't know
clothes.
what it did to my view of
Y'all
relationships, other than to
tripping.
know that I didn't really have
I
anything
hear
modeled
y'all.
for me that I could look at and be like, that's what I want.
Okay.
How do I do it?
The
So
Interesting.
I've
kids have
probably spent
recently
a lot
moved
of
to their own
time
room, so we'll
fishing
just
for
Searching.
answers in
break
all the
down the
wrong
hall for me.
places. I mean, clearly.
So,
No. But it is helpful to hear you
so
just
they
kind of
tend
like
to
talk about the
throw
foundation of what
fits
you were
now
like
before they
living
take a
in this
nap.
house and just watching your parents and knowing
All,
you
all
wanted something
somewhat
different,
valid
but not
behavior,
knowing
but
exactly what it
Jesus,
was, because I think understanding that is
it's just
important to
sleep.
what we're about to
Y'all
talk
live.
about
Yeah.
and how you got to where you got to.
Yeah. I wanted a place to belong. It was
I mean,
really
it'd
hard
get
to feel
darker
like I
for her
belonged
outfit
anywhere
because
except the theater,
it's
Yep.
harder to
which
see the
was, that's
lines in
why
the
I went
black.
into that field.
Mhm.
But yeah, there was a lot of that. There was a lot of my parents trying to protect me,
Yeah.
and which ended up being gaslighting without them knowing it. A
Yeah.
lot of, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay? And I'm met with, yeah, everything's fine. And which a lot of us do with our kids, right? You want to
Right.
protect your kids.
Right.
So it's so
I'm gonna have
natural
to
to
make
go, no,
some.
everything's fine, everything's okay. And
I'm
you
gonna
don't
have to make
realize
another
you're denying the child's reality.
cheesecake
You're
order
not
too,
acknowledging,
depending
yeah, something's
what
wrong. We're
cheesecake
not
order
having a
post
good
I've
day,
been
but it will be
trying
okay.
to get
Right.
into
You're
posting my
constantly
cheesecake
trying to
orders.
understand. You can
Order
feel it.
form
Like, you know
on
when something's off. Like,
Facebook,
kids are so intuitive.
Yeah.
hoping
And
that
then you're asking
somebody
your
will
parents,
pick
like,
that
please
up. I
let
don't
me
know
in on
yet.
what's happening in our family dynamic, and them not allowing you
I'll
to
have to
know.
see.
That also probably like created a false sense of reality of like, you're then having to like finish the sentence for yourself. Cause you're
Yeah.
like, I know it's not okay, but they won't tell me. So I guess I'll just, again, be alone, go into my room and create whatever my narrative is going to be for myself, because that's all you can do.
Yeah. And actually, what it did was, oh, I must be wrong. Like, I feel that something's wrong. I feel like something's off. I can feel that in my gut. But everyone is telling me that everything's okay. So my gut must be off. So when you start at a young age to believe my gut is off, I can't trust myself, I can't trust my own instincts, it makes it a lot easier when you get older
Probably gonna
for
change
people
her
to take advantage of
expression
you.
here a little since he's
Let's
smiling
talk
and she's
about the Big House family cult. So you were in your
her
early
expression's a bit
20s,
odd, I
then
guess.
you
That's the best
moved to
way I can
LA,
describe
you're
it.
pursuing acting. How did
So I'll
you
try
end up
to
meeting this group?
Yeah, so I
do
was in
something
LA.
there.
I went with a girlfriend
I
to
love how this
to her Saturday night
friend
Bible
of my
study that
friend
she
is
was
a
going to. It
Hufflepuff
was
and my friend is also a
very
Hufflepuff. It's very
benign.
cute.
It was the same kind of Bible study I'd been going to, having been raised in the Western evangelical church. It was super common. Wednesday night, Saturday night meetings, you just show up and it's like an addition to church. It's a way of sort of keeping the church going beyond Sunday. And there's music and
I
food
have a
and everybody
stroke
talks and
today.
gets vulnerable, and it felt very, very normal to me.
Okay.
So yeah, at first it was just nothing to be suspicious
Yeah.
about.
And what were you feeling like you were wanting? Because once your friend brought you, then you kept going, and you're like, what were you looking for when you were kind of like starting to join this group?
I was looking for a place to belong still. I think that was the constant search.
Mm-hmm.
Where do I
I
fit? Where
was
do I
daily
belong?
pretty hair.
And I
Like
had moved here.
it's
I'd lived in New
long
York before then, and
hair.
I loved New York. It felt like home. I was, in Jersey for 8 years, and then Manhattan, and I felt like a New Yorker, and I loved the creativity there and the pulse, and it just felt so great. And moving to LA, everything's really spread out,
Yep.
and community was harder to find.
Yep.
So I was in need of community.
Yeah, which I think is a really normal thing. I have so many women write into me being like, I moved to a new city. I don't know how to make friends. And I think a huge thing that people look for are groups to join. Like, can I join
Soul Cycle?
right. Like, we're going biking, whatever it is. Like, you're trying to find a community that you can feel a part of something.
Your tribe.
Yes.
That's it.
And that is normal. You write about when things really started to go downhill was a man named Les entered the picture for this group, and he kind of started to take control of the group that you were seemingly already a part of.
Yeah.
What was your first impression of him?
My first impression was that he was just kind of a jolly guy. I mean, I didn't think much of him. I met him across a room, and he was just another face that I was meeting in LA. His whole family was with him when we met, and I do remember having this like check in my gut, and I thought it was because all right, I'll be really honest.
Yeah.
I thought it was because I didn't like their faces.
Oh.
Have you ever met someone where you're just like, I don't like your face?
Right. Because you're kind of like, I don't know if I trust you or something about it.
Yeah. And then you're like, what an asshole I am.
Right.
You don't like somebody's face? Like, fuck off.
But I get what you're saying. There's just something about it. You're like, huh.
Yeah. And the whole family, there was something about me that was like, I don't like their faces. And then I felt terrible. And I was like judging myself, you know, Joy, what an asshole you are. And so that was my first impression, was just, here's a family of people I'd never met. They're friends with my friends. I don't like their faces, and I'm a jerk for that, and I'm going to get over it, and let's get to know each other.
I love the honesty. You're like, something up for. Meanwhile, it's like you had that gut feeling, but again, from a young age, you were kind of taught your gut is wrong.
Yeah.
So don't think that there's anything wrong with this person. You're fine, Joy. Keep going.
Yeah. And it couldn't be my gut. It has to be something else. What is it?
Faces. Yes. Right.
Maybe I'll think about it.
So once Les kind of took over, can you describe to me how in the beginning, just like a dynamic shift, like what changed when this man kind of came into the picture?
It started moving from something that felt very communal and very all participatory, like everyone was participating. And it takes time. Like he couldn't have just come in and changed it overnight. You know, there was a slow transition. It took about a year. Now that in retrospect, I'm able to look back at it.
Cool thing on my friends'
it was
wedding
slow.
commissions is that
he started spending more time with us. He started investing in the lives of
let me not say
the group members.
Because I liked my friends ones because it did put my creativity and
friends that were gathering
drawing skill quite a bit,
and started
because
to
they
lead the
didn't have
and he was
edited
pastor
videos
without a
with
church at the
specific
time,
backgrounds
which
and
I
whatnot
found out later why.
for theirs. I had to come
read
up
the
with
book to
that
find out.
in their commissions based off of the fandoms my friend
like, oh wow,
gave me to work with,
amazing opportunity we have to
that they
give
enjoyed.
this
And it was actually pretty
pastor
nice.
without a church a
These
forum
ones,
to speak and to share the things
I
that
still
are on
think
his
they're
heart.
nice. They just encourage a bit. I don't want to say encourage laziness, because I
felt like I was being
I'd like to think I'm not lazy, but I know when it comes to certain things, I don't feel like drawing them up onto, and that would
spiritually,
push
emotionally,
some sort of
mentally,
laziness.
and that was exciting.
I think it's important
At least a
too,
little
like
bit.
as we're going through this journey,
But
and
I
obviously
do
there's
like
so many more
having a
details in the book, but
setback when I don't have to think
I really
about.
appreciate you clarifying that it's like
And I
this.
think the
There
thing
was
that
not a moment someone walked
these
through the
push for
doors and
me
is
is
like,
a
this is how we're going to do things now,
creativity
because
to warp
every human being in
things
that
to my
establishment
style,
would
I
have been like, this
suppose.
feels
So
icky
I'm
and
not
weird.
just depending
It's
on the
just like when
picture
we see in
for
abusive relationships where people that are
everything.
manipulative are
And I wouldn't
very
want
good
to
at knowing it is a slow burn, so you don't notice it
depend entirely
immediately.
on
It's just
just
this
this picture.
slow moment that all of a sudden you
For
wake up
these
one day and be like,
pictures
wait,
from the
how did
commission,
this happen? And so
patient.
hearing a year of this
for
person just kind of coming in and slowly
the
getting closer to everyone and like
final
settling
piece,
down
because
roots and making you trust this
then
person
they would just use the
was the
pictures. And there's
beginning
no
days.
point in
Something you wrote about in the
commissioning me
book,
to
and this was
draw
kind of when
something that they
things started
already
to
have
get
pictures
more
of.
intense, is you write
So
about how you were
changing
told
the
that
style
independence created an
to
internal
fit.
rebellion against God. Can you explain what this meant and how this like impacted
Helps,
your life
I
in
guess.
this like
I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm trying to say here.
There are so many things in the book that I
I feel
hope
like
for
while
people
my
who
friend's
grew up
original
in this faith, hopefully
wedding
it'll be a
commission
little easier for them to
pushed me to
spot
use different
the
techniques and try
healthy versus
to
unhealthy versions of things, which I think in
pretty
so
much
many
draw
realms there are
them
healthy and
in
unhealthy versions. The
specific
unhealthy version of
scenarios.
that is
without direct references of them or edited photos of them in those situations, this
that separates you from the unity with the group,
I guess it
or
just
translated
inspires
to
me
an
to
abusive relationship, the
try
person that
and
you're with,
take
translated to a
real
work
photos and
environment,
apply my
your
style
work
to them,
community,
or work on
anything that's
what is
inhibiting
that
your
word? There's a word
ability
for it.
to cast off yourself and serve other people in favor of yourself.
Like when you stylization, it encourages me
and
to
that
practice
needs to
stylization.
be addressed and shut down. Does that make sense? Is it clear?
So that I'm not just copying a photo and calling it good.
Kind of showing the different ways it can show up, not just again like in a group setting, but like in a relationship.
And I am 100%
like, I think
today.
everyone listening, Daddy Gang, like we've all been there
not
where
much
you
to talk
start
about
to
today.
feel like your independence is either being threatened, or you find yourself getting too wrapped up in something, and then we all have that moment we pray that we're like, wait, I was losing myself. Like we've all said that at some point in our life, but how far did you go before you realized you lost yourself? Everyone has a different experience and there's a different barometer, and I get what you're talking about here is like you are being preached like stop living this independent life, rely on us, the group.
And you believe it. I believed it because
I think that'll work.
Felt
I mean,
like, yeah, I don't want to be out here floating alone, doing everything on my own. I have blind spots. I mean, do you have blind spots?
Yes,
we all have blind spots. That's a reasonable thing for someone to say to you.
Trying to get
okay, I've got blind
done
spots.
because I
well,
plan
I
on being done with these this week.
See what my
That's
blind spots 100%
are. So my goal here.
In super independence, then I'm not allowing people in. So I have to live in this place
this
where
month
I
basically
trust
is
other
busy as all
people
get
to
out.
see things for me that I can't see.
That's just
the
it.
problem is, of course, if you are allowing the wrong people or person to speak into your life in that way,
I'm not worried about the background on this one,
do whatever they want. And so
because I will pretty much copy and paste the background from the other one I finished.
I'm happy you wrote so much about your childhood in the book, and we lightly talked about in the beginning of like you referenced this loneliness that you felt as a child, and I think anyone that you can be so independent, that's so different than being lonely. And I think
let me do this one because it'll help me knock off the background and stuff.
Experienced it again to what degree. Everyone has their own situation, but like you crave,
and I already have it set up so I can just start going into line art,
feeling a part of something.
So let's just do that.
That been so integral to your childhood of feeling alone and being an only child, I can understand you like seeking out this feeling of like safety and comfort and people that care about you and are bringing you in.
The thing is, I don't think line art's going to take me too long on this.
We started with the independence. They used a lot of very like loaded language that you came to learn, like bio.
So if I can knock out all the line art for all of these today, that'd be great because I'm basically just drawing two characters.
That's the part where everybody runs out the door, right?
I'm tweaking it a little bit.
Like that's where I lose you guys in a story.
Yeah, it was far into the story by then. We were so, and I think what I wrote was that he didn't have to be subtle. This Les character didn't have to be subtle about it anymore. He could just start saying things like bio family. Bio family meant the family you were born into, but was not necessarily the family that you may have been called
playing my
to be
music.
A part of, called spiritually into.
I do think a lot of people are more progressed now to be like, I can choose my family.
Yeah.
So like I understand the concept, but I get what you're saying now. It's like,
but y'all have been listening to an ad. I'm so sorry. My apologies.
Managing schizophrenia with daily pills is a constant reminder of your condition, and missing them may have serious consequences. But Invega Sustenna is different. It's the #1 long-acting injection that helps control episodes with just one shot every month. Invega Sustenna is an injection given by a provider to treat schizophrenia in adults after initial dosing. Only Invega Sustenna helped keep 90% of adults episode-free in a clinical study. Invega Sustenna is not for everyone. Elderly dementia patients have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor if you have uncontrollable muscle movements, as these can become permanent, or if you have high fever, stiff muscles, confusion, dizziness upon standing, seizures, or increase in prolactin. Other risks include increased cholesterol, weight gain, heart rate, and high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death. These are not all the serious side effects. Walk away from daily schizophrenia pills and take on tomorrow with Invega Sustenna.
Hello, my name's Anthony Norman. I'm here at... Sorry.
You can do it again.
Okay. Rockin' Grandmama, sorry. This is my first day here. I'm basically here to do whatever they need me to do.
We got sales, customer relations.
You wanna try this? It's wasabi octopus.
It's okay, I appreciate it.
This is our CEO.
Dougie's office soon. My son's gonna be the new CEO, and he is gonna be great.
I've only been back for 6 months. I lived in Jamaica for 4 years.
In Jamaica, we said.
Don't do that.
We're about to go on our big retreat.
Yep.
And that's what you're helping out with here.
We have got team building, fantastic motivational speakers.
God, kill me!
And then not to mention the Rockin' Grandma's Talent Contest.
ASMR.
I work remote, but Doug's last retreat before he dies.
No, he's not sick. He's retiring.
Not because he's dying?
I'm gonna do the makeup trick on
Well,
her.
that's good.
I don't want to.
Someone has filed an anonymous complaint with HR. I anonymously made the complaint.
It's not anonymous anymore.
Okay.
I have come to the decision to explore the sale of Rockin' Grandma's to the good people of Trucas.
We are here to introduce ourselves and see if it's a match.
It's just weird to have that many redheads in one place.
It'll work, yeah.
If they can just come in and do whatever they feel like they
I
want to
will be
do,
tweaking
then
the
for a
face
rude awakening.
shape a little bit so I can.
I care about y'all. This is a
So I like how it looks before. That's why it's gonna be. It's only because it's my normal style, of course.
I
So.
feel like I'm on a TV show, but this is not something that you can just make up.
People think this job was handed to me, and I'm just excited to prove that it's not like a hand job, it's an earned job. Just looking forward to proving that.
Might change the shape of them a bit to fit what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna move his eye too, because that bothered me the whole time. I actually applied him. Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up changing his glasses. Just a little bit. Cannot tell me for his photos if he has a beard or not. I don't want to give him a bit of a beard. I'll double check just to be sure. I think he has a beard. I just could not tell in the reference photos. Oh. Alright, beard confirmed. He has a beard. I could not see it.
If you have tried multiple oral antidepressants and they haven't worked, did you know that after 2, you can try another path? Spravato works differently to rapidly reduce depression symptoms. Spravato is the only FDA-approved nasal spray taken with or without an oral antidepressant for adults with treatment-resistant depression. While the exact way that Spravato works in depression is unknown, it acts on glutamate, a chemical messenger in the brain thought to regulate depression. Spravato can cause serious side effects, including sleepiness, fainting, dizziness, spinning sensation, anxiety, feeling disconnected, breathing problems, increased blood pressure, problems thinking clearly, or bladder problems. Your healthcare provider must monitor you for serious side effects for at least 2 hours after taking Spravato. There's risk for abuse and misuse. Don't take if you have a blood vessel disease, an abnormal connection between your veins and arteries, a history of bleeding in the brain, or are or may become pregnant. Spravato may harm your unborn baby. Don't drive, operate machinery, or perform activities that require full alertness until the next day after restful sleep. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions in people 24 and younger. Spravato is not for use in children. It doesn't prevent suicide or suicidal thoughts or actions, relieve pain, or replace hospitalization. Call your doctor right away about changes in behavior, worsening depression, or thoughts of
squeezing
suicide.
past my desk, but I have this cable pulled out now, so I can
Ask your healthcare
so I
provider
can work on
or
that
visit
shield.
Spravato.com.
And leaving it up until iron said shield. So there's that.
They say higher education is outdated.
I also gotta organize my desk and my room in general, but especially my desk, so that I can actually put this table up and I don't actually end up pouring junk onto it.
We lead with a pioneering spirit in classrooms that are incubators for
next thing I know,
bold
the next few
ideas.
streams will be squeezing
Our academically rigorous,
into my desk space.
industry-driven programs reflect a commitment to merit and Christian truth. GCU believes education shouldn't be a privilege. Affordable education should be accessible to all.
You want opportunity. You want purpose. A chance to lead and serve in meaningful ways.
This is more than just education. It's preparation for a life that transforms.
This is purpose-driven education. Take action. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Statement I'm a little nervous to do her hair because it's the light drawing here, don't get me wrong, but her hair is long, like ridiculous. It's so pretty. Getting a bunch of unnecessary lines because I just like how that looks. I get a chance, I just want to bake bread. I've been talking about it to my sister for the longest time, but I just want to get good at making like brioche or something. Hello! I would also want to build a snowman. But it's too hot for snow where I live. I do miss snow a little bit, but the last time I saw snow was like 7, so 6 or 7. So I cannot say with confidence that I miss snow the way I act about cold. Right. I don't even remember if I did stream last time. I think I streamed Warframe or something. I was supposed to be streaming well, I was gonna work on animation that day, but I didn't feel like it. That's just basically it. I'm liking this so far. I'm careful about spamming, but I'm doing okay. I'm actually doing pretty good today. I cannot complain. I might try to go for a more sketchy style with this one. I think that's what I will. Because I like my sketchy style looks. And I haven't really tried that digitally. I might also do some colored lines on this one because I feel like that would look nice too. We'll have to see. I think there's a tip or pack or whatever you can use to make the lines colored that I've seen a few times, but I haven't tried myself yet. I got focusing in the middle of saying something I don't remember, so I'm not going to around. I'm trying to do this without looking at the OG picture, I guess. I'm trying to do this without looking at the original picture because, like I said, I don't want to feel like I'm just copy and pasting a picture. those lines though, because I like how that looks in my head. So I might just do that, even if it's just to emphasize some of the shading. I don't know. I still think it will look pretty cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, right. Maybe if it's too late.
Turning a new house into your home starts at Ashley. Smart storage, extendable dining tables, and modular sectionals. It's style that adapts to you. Enjoy flexible financing with no down payment. No matter where life takes you, Ashley makes every space feel like home.
Never make certain types of commissions because I can get a little experimental with them. Only certain ones. I try to leave the experimental for my own artwork, but sometimes it's nice to bring some of that experimental look to commissions. I don't know, I don't feel right. And I also think the client will like it. They're looking for a hand-drawn anime-esque, I don't want to say cartoony look to their stuff, but they don't want to look realistic. So I think I can bring that at least. Venom appears to be music still playing when it always seems to be when I'm streaming that the music I do this random pops up with something else. If I could, I could just play my Spotify, but it is so strict with the music you can play. And I think I just get copyright all over the place, so there's that.
Welcome to Bedwetting Breakthroughs presented by Goodnights, where we have honest conversations about the challenges of bedwetting. Bedwetting and peeing your pants are the same thing. False.
Really?
That's right. Bedwetting is technically called nocturnal enuresis. I like to think of it as daytime bladder and nighttime bladder. Totally different systems are engaged. Potty training is a skill, and bedwetting is a developmental stage.
Gravity is a force of nature. New gravity core technology from Kotex pulls blood to the bottom of the pad to help keep me dry, so I can be my own force of nature. Discover a whole new Kotex, powered by Gravity Core.
Yes. From one just like hatching now. I think this one's called, yeah, hatching. Stippling is the dots. The good thing is, if I don't like it, I can just erase the hatching fairly easy. There's going to be some spots where I don't do as much hatching. But I do think it'll look cool. Looking cool. Use like a different stress when it comes to making go. Not that what I like doesn't matter. Like, I still have my own rules and stipulations to my own art that I want to see. But something's different about commissions. Like, you gotta make sure somebody else likes it if you don't. Trust yourself into doing something that might change up the style the person was looking for in the first place, I guess. It's also why I went into tweaking the faces a little bit so it looked more like my normal style rather than me copying a photo. Hatching is new. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that or not. I might keep it because I like how it looks.
They work just like
It's too different from what I normally do. Like kind of is. I might keep it, but
This is a journey.
I'll wait and see.
Loosen up.
I don't want to just erase it.
Creating a
I
fresh
do way
branded
too
survey in as
much.
little as 30 seconds. Well, that's SurveyMonkey with a boost from AI. Enter a simple prompt and the AI can draft the survey for you. Drop in your logo and get a custom look and feel instantly. Now you're ready to send out the survey. AI gets to work uncovering insights, highlighting the trends and themes you might otherwise miss. And if you want to know more, just ask. With SurveyMonkey, say goodbye to guesswork. Get real answers from humans and real insights from AI.
About a year ago, yeah, I do have a wedding commission style drawing that I want to get done for them. Oh, let me take that back. I have a drawing I want to get done for them as a wedding anniversary gift to them because they commissioned me for 9 pieces, but only had the money in time for 8. So I just told them that I would save the 9th one as a wedding gift, and they were okay with it. So they technically know what it is and whatnot, but what they don't know is I plan to get it printed so that it can be in the collection of the other ones. Let's see, I want that one to be back here. So I'm probably going to get that on campus for them. So they don't know they're getting a physical copy of said commission. So when I finish that, which I hope to finish before their wedding, I think their wedding is 8 but I don't know at the time. But I just, oh, look at that. Yeah, their wedding was like later in March, something like that. So I think it's see me face today. I plan on having that done for them too. So I might do that next week. Give or take. I'm very confident I'm going to get this done today. Y'all have no idea the lineup anyway. If I can't get a good bit of it done today, then I'm set for the rest of this coloring. Should not take long, especially when I don't really think that part of coloring. I'm going to add maybe some accent color to make it pop, I guess. But I can just use the color shading with photos for the most part. In the background, don't really think that we're thinking either because I'm using background. Yeah, I'm using the same background from the pictures and from the painting because they're blurry, so I can't see a lot of details, and that's actually a great thing. So that's what I'm gonna do. More installments because I don't think it was one person issues. So take a short break. I will be right back. I think it's this one.
Get a king for the price of a queen on select Ashley Sleep mattresses during Ashley's anniversary mattress sale. Or get no interest until March 2031 on top bedding brands. Shop more deals in-store or online. Only at Ashley.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. We say don't settle for the status quo.
At Grand Canyon University, we shatter it.
We lead with a pioneering spirit in classrooms that are incubators for bold ideas.
You want opportunity. You want purpose. A chance to lead and serve in meaningful ways.
This is purpose-driven education. Take action. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Well, if it isn't Noosa, the titan of tasty yogurt.
I'm gonna miss you, mate. Where are you going? A whole milk convention? And heaps of real fruit! Wait! So tasty.
Alrighty, the girl is back. Just give me a second. I'm looking for socks. Or kind of looking for socks. Something wrong with one. With the other. Things. Who's calling my name? What the fuck am I looking for? There it is. Awesome. Oh. Now I know what Act 2 does in Clip. That's definitely what I'm trying to do here. Oh, frick his legs. Well, let's copy the pants, I guess. Alright, we're back. For the most part. I hope I'm putting these on right, because I can't remember. Being 100% can't remember. You know what? You don't need these ones. So, these are like, hello! I was gonna put these on, but I changed my mind. These are like, these heel hydrating socks that are actually really good if you have like dry feet or something like that, or really bad cracked heels. I don't, but I almost did. And wearing them for a little bit helps tremendously. So, my mom is getting some more because she had got some. She got a big pack and decided to let me try a pair, and I really like them. So, we'll probably split a big pack of them when her next order arrives. But yeah, socks. Well, I turn on my fan because it's hot in here. So, wearing checkered socks because I have bad circulation and my feet freeze. Lovely. Moving back to the grind. I'm gonna try to finish all of the liner I need for the day. Well, yeah, try to finish all the liner tonight and then go to sleep. Yeah, I want to make sure I'm on the right layer because I already have all 3 layers set up basically. I'm so shaky all of a sudden. I mean, I'm not gonna stress the lines too much this time. I'm trying to get out of that perfectionist habit. And I have a sketchbook that I'm gonna try and dedicate to more experimental styles, or at least I want to say art trends I've been seeing, just to try and push my creativity a little bit. Because other than working on commissions like these, I've been having a little bit of I don't want to say artwork, but basically that. So, trying to do a few things differently, I guess, art-wise. And maybe push out some more character arts. I want to do that sooner or later. I need to get back to my Meet My OCs thing I was trying to do on Instagram, because I really like doing that, even if I really didn't finish stuff on time. But I plan on recording my traditional art process a bit more, so that probably won't be a problem next time around. So if I do get back into it, it'll probably be mostly traditional art, with a little bit of digital art sprinkled in there. I have got to look up what Jedi shoes look like. I don't know if they wear different shoes than what's... I don't want to say modern because it's supposed to be quote-unquote futuristic or something like that. I don't know, but I don't know if there's like a canon type of shoe in Star Wars. Mostly because nobody's looking at their feet. Like, I'm not looking at their feet that hard. So, like Harry Potter, I can kind of imagine, but Star Wars, I'm like, what did they wear on their feet? I always imagined like wraps or sandals or something like that, but not actual. I don't want to say actual shoes, but yeah, where am I? Yeah, I never actually imagined what their shoes or footwear actually looks like. So if I can find some footwear before I finish this tonight that's canon to Star Wars, I'll do that. First, I want to try and get this done. I don't want to say line art takes me the longest, because really, it might actually be the coloring process, but no, I really do think line art takes me the longest now that I'm thinking about it. Well, it's probably because I'm so tedious with it, and that's why. Uh-oh, let me check. Okay, I'm not listening to ads, thank God. I'm not listening to anything, actually. I listen to Spotify. There we go. Yeah, I'm thinking instead of ending stream early, I'm just gonna stream until the line art's finished. That's the plan. She said? I'm not gonna do it now because there's no time. But bowling, I really want to watch somebody play Resident Evil. Like I watch like 8-Bit Ryan and whatnot. So I really want to play Resident Evil because I tend to let stuff build up. We just finished it today, I think. So when I get a chance, I'm gonna see if I can't binge watch that playthrough tonight. Actually, it depends. Because I tend to keep the lighting low in my room. But it depends on how long I actually want to be up tonight. Stay up anyway to try and do this drawing. I'm streaming until I get a headache with my goddamn headphones. Never really. I don't know if it's everybody, but I get like, I guess, ear fatigue from wearing specific types of headphones. The ones I have on right now have been the easiest to wear for me, and they're probably my best mic so far until I get a better mic for my streaming setup. But Yeah, these ones I'm wearing right now have been the best for my ear fatigue, so I don't catch as bad an earache, headache wearing them. Yeah, girl, like to slip on his arm completely. So it's kind of like playing a waiting game. See what takes me out first. Whatever makes it more difficult for me to stream, that's what's gonna take me out. Great. So let me start her. I'm gonna do it on a separate layer. There we go. Okay. I really want to binge watch some YouTubers today. I've been really into watching a lot of building content, honestly, and YouTube, not YouTube, but tiny house content in general, especially since I'm working on a tiny house. So I'm trying to keep informed with my building knowledge, so I don't like forget anything or slack off. Which is also part of the reason why your girl is sore right now, because I spent the last few weekends, specifically 4 weekends since February, working on my tiny house and our other 2 tiny houses too, with my mom. And last weekend I helped my sister start hers. So, my youngest sister start hers. So, that's been pretty exciting these last few days, but after lifting so many walls, I was getting a little tired. Can't be too tired because I gotta save some of that energy for my tiny house, because I'm going to be expanding my roof, or raising my roof up. Either not this weekend, the weekend after. So I want to make sure I conserve my energy for those big things. Because after that, then I'll be Gucci. Beep. Right. You can see all over here. That's all that matters. And I'm trying to do some colored lines on this. I really like when I do try out colored lines, and I don't think this will be any different. I think it was like making the line art layer of color burn or something like that, so it just automatically matches the other colors. I'll have to see how that works, because I'm a little sloppy when it comes to coloring. I'm thinking about it, but
monthly GLP-1 subscriptions.
I think
Always
it'll
know what
be
you'll pay up
something
front.
big.
No surprise prices, no hidden fees. And for a limited time,
Ignore me, I'm
Wegovy
just
for only
anything.
$1.99 a month for your first 2 fills, plus the cost of your subscription. Get started today.
Never complicated behind rug. I'm kidding halfway. I gotta admit, I think I mentioned it, but I love how this girl's a Hufflepuff. It's my friend. She's a friend of my friend that I did wedding coaching for before. Where I drew her and her fiance in various fandoms that they were in. They're really into like various different types of books. So a lot of their books are certain shows. My friend happens to be a Hufflepuff, and I found it very cute that this client is also a Hufflepuff. I know what that is. I just like. I think I gotta look up an idea of what the emblem looks like, or I commit to trying to sketch that. Okay. You know, I just gotta discuss a lot of stuff, but I don't know what to discuss. Nothing like the whole bunch of flat, so I don't have to break two. Tomorrow should be fairly busy for me. Not too busy. Tomorrow I plan on finishing that field commission. I'm praying it doesn't get ruined. I did it last time. I honestly feel like I ruined it myself, making a silly little mistake. So hopefully that won't happen. I'm gonna iron it tomorrow and try to wash it, and hopefully it comes out well. Because if it does early enough in the day, then I will send it back in the mail to my friend, or I'll just send it back the day after. We'll have to see. I think I'm gonna do some patching style highlights on this, probably. I think that'll look really cute. I'm gonna try some shading techniques with some like just little highlight techniques that I think will look cute for this. Oh, wait. I need to do more running stuff. Not gonna lie. They always end up being kind of cute.
Grainger knows that if you're a maintenance supervisor
I
at
gotta
a
admit, I think
manufacturing
we need
facility
to
and your machinery isn't working right, you
share
need to
human
understand what's
interaction
wrong as
so
soon
I
as
might try
possible.
to do
So
more of
when a
those.
conveyor motor falters, Grainger offers diagnostic
And
tools
that
like
plan
calibration kits and multimeters
I'm
to help you
doing
identify and fix the
more
problem. With Grainger, you
ship
can be
art
confident you have everything you need to keep your facility running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
So probably do that eventually. Maybe between the other comics, like that one. Not out of book. Okay. So sure that was my hair and me. So sure that was my hair. I'll have to fix that one eye, it looks off. Or not.
We let Forkful save us time and money with nutritious meals delivered straight to our door. It takes only 2 minutes to heat up, no preservatives, and no seed oils.
They actually taste like restaurant quality food. That means I actually look forward to every meal.
These are all natural, preservative-free meals with no artificial additives.
So let Forkful take cooking and groceries off your plate.
Join the thousands that trust Forkful today.
Sorry, I was looking at a video I was editing, trying to see something, but it'll actually look pretty good. So we'll work on that a little later. Actually, got that all in. Breaking out the alcohol. Well, you came off a little too easy. I feel like I should be concerned. Oh. It's a twist off, so I'm okay. I will sip that slowly because it might put me to sleep, I'm gonna be honest. I do. Yeah, okay. So, go ahead. trying to finish this commission stuff as early as I am, because I'll be babysitting for my friend on the 12th. I'll have to ask her about her schedule too, so I know what their schedule kind of looks like, depending. Either I just need a babysit sometime this week, but I don't know when. I'll have to check. I'll just be sitting with little dude waiting for him to. He always takes a nap with me when she asks me for these impromptu short babysitting sessions, so I'm not too worried. Maybe that I've handled really young babies. My niece and nephew, so not too worried about watching them. I just gotta get his little area set up, because he's gonna have a little playpen cot to himself away from my niece and nephew, so they just don't bother me because they don't know to be gentle. So they're not malicious, I swear. They're kids. You don't know that you can't slap a baby. It's just the price of having toddlers. I just leave the wine coolers just so after I'm done with all of this, I can have an easier time shutting down. Otherwise, I will be able to drain them away. I forgot again. So I was thinking about Gambino. So, like, listening to all of my different songs and everything, but if I'm randomly singing, it's groups. And Childish Gambino is definitely in there somewhere. Typically, when I'm working on drawings, I tend to binge listen to Troy music, because that seems to be the music I can effectively listen to and work. Whatever reason.
Most people don't know that you can get a domain from Squarespace.
So.
Not just a website. But you're not most people, because now you know you can get a domain from Squarespace. Something like velvetchords.com for your music studio. Or kidchords.com for your middle school band camp. Whatever your dream, Squarespace is how you make it happen, all under one roof. Get yours before it's gone with offer code MAKEITREAL for 10% off your domain or website. Terms and conditions apply.
I am shaky, but I'm supporting the fact that the shoulder is sore as all get out. I slept on it wrong, and I haven't really taken the time to massage it, which I should. Probably go to bed and then just try to be careful how I sleep tonight. Oh, you're shaking. Oh, just my shoulder. Is it Kendrick? I know what Kendrick sound like. Is it just Kendrick though? It's not. Schoolboy Q. Okay. Yeah, if I'm sitting here looking like I'm talking with myself, I'm singing but quietly because copyright will be a thing. Well, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. I gotta look at his shoes, but I'll do it at home. I'm not outlining the lightsaber because I have ideas for that. Okay. I think I'm gonna save this one. I'm gonna copy your hand from right here. Just being honest. I'm not worried about the sketch. I'm not worried about the background in this one. So it'll work. That works and just copy and paste it to the next bubble. That's the time it's going on. I'm about to hurt my already hurt shoulder. Trying to do some silly-ish. trying to avoid rambling, so yeah. My apologies if I'm quiet. If you were expecting commentaries or something,
Working
I'm
across
just here.
teams is tough.
That
But
can go
Asana
away though.
helps
I
you
can't
handle
skip
it.
it. Of course I can.
That's because Asana...
Go away. There we go. Somehow that tastes bougier than I remember. I don't know why. Why did I say bougie? I meant boozy. It doesn't have the alcohol burn now, so it's fine. I'm gonna drinking alcohol on stream. We'll find out. Anyway. He has such an interesting one. I really like it. It doesn't like it. I'm pretty sure it's entirely different from the one I have. Because if I could have used this as reference, it would have been. I download it. Yeah, my different. Sitting here being a nerd. Somehow pulling out the wand now. I'm like, something's off here. Something is off. Fix. These need to move, or at least one of them needs to move. He is holding up numbers of that. Instead of trying to remember the shape of the hand, I have somewhere. It's the hand off. It doesn't right. That's much better. Head itching right now is horrible. Okay.
Managing schizophrenia with daily pills is a constant reminder of your condition, and missing them may have serious consequences. But Invega Sustenna is different. It's the #1 long-acting injection that helps control episodes with just one shot every month. Invega Sustenna is an injection given by a provider to treat schizophrenia in adults after initial dosing. Only Invega Sustenna helped keep 90% of adults episode-free in a clinical study. Invega Sustenna is not for everyone. Elderly dementia patients have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor if you have uncontrollable muscle movements, as these can become permanent, or if you have high fever, stiff muscles, confusion, dizziness upon standing, seizures, or increase in prolactin. Other risks include increased cholesterol, weight gain, heart rate, and high blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death. These are not all the serious side effects. Walk away from daily schizophrenia pills and take on tomorrow with Invega Sustenna.
A degree, but still no
Families earning six.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. We say, don't settle for the status quo.
At Grand Canyon University, we shatter it.
And we're redefining what higher education looks like. We lead with a pioneering spirit in classrooms that are incubators for bold ideas. Our academically rigorous, industry-driven programs reflect a commitment to merit and Christian truth. GCU believes education shouldn't be a privilege. Affordable education should be accessible to all.
I'm gonna have to do slightly more detailed sketch for that one, or just copy and paste what I had before. Let me do that, because I'm gonna F that up.
This is purpose-driven education. Take action. Find your purpose at Grand Canyon University. Visit gcu.edu.
Oh. Okay, it's like 8 minutes too. I'm not tired yet. I'm probably gonna stay up on these, but I'm a bit of a headache from these headphones. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and at least finish their hair and stream. Then after that, I'm calling it a night. Oh, calling it a night on stream. I'm already gonna binge watch Resident Evil. There. I'll lock that for now. Come back to her one because I got a better sketch than I did. And go from there. I'm gonna have to move her hand anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna have to move her hand anyway. It'll be fine. Just leave it there for now. Let's get the hair. This hair is gonna be easier than this. So I'll do this first. form of Frontier line approach. That's basically how I do vlogs anyway, so same difference basically. I like listening. Going back and listening to my likes. I'll hear something that reminds me of my childhood when I first heard it, and that's I'm playing. Trying into cross-matching technique on his head. Last separate from his face for now. Got to do a little bit of cross matching on his head. Section. I think that'll. That's the last tonight.
I'm Dr. Beachjam, a pediatric physician, and I'm excited to partner with Goodnights again to help parents better understand bedwetting. Remember, bedwetting isn't something they're doing, it's something that's happening to them. Bedwetting is normal, common, and temporary.
Get a king for the price of a queen on select Ashley Sleep mattresses during Ashley's anniversary mattress sale.
And I
Or
don't
get
want to
no
erase
interest
everything
until
just
March
redo.
2031 on
I think
top
that's
bedding
fine.
brands. Shop more deals in-store or online. Only
And I'll
at
draw his
Ashley.
glasses on the separate layer like accessories. I think I might do that for both the glasses and the lightsaber. Perhaps. Maybe even one too. So we'll see. I can do it. Yeah, that's all too. a pretty cool. I might do the rest of the project. See that. Let me get started. Trying to make it make sense. It is 10 o'clock. Yeah. Yeah, as soon as I finish recording, then I'll stream. Okay. Looking into her hair, I'm looking over at the Shield commission that I refinished, and I'm legitimately praying tomorrow that nothing crazy happens, because I don't want to have to clean it again. Not clean it, I don't have to repaint it again. She's gonna have one of those. That's definitely my hair making me tweak out. I keep thinking something wrong with my neck. I'll always be fine if it was. I'm just gonna have one of those complicated hair stuff. Between kin, just left it. Let's try and uncomplicate this as much as possible, so I'm not doing a whole lot drawing. But let's be real, compared to some of my soap art from before or more recently, it's entirely on me. I guess it's just how I like to draw here. I don't sit here and try to draw every single string. This is how it feels, but also fallen back into that thin line artwork, but I've always liked the thin line. It's so funny because if I look at close-ups of my traditional art, it's not thin per se, but I always stress the thinner line art whenever I'm doing digital art. I guess. Here's one that's so cute, I can feel it.
for potty training. He's got pull-ups training pants. They work just like undies. And if accidents happen, he's got backup. Look at that confidence.
Oh, I wish I had some of that.
This is a journey. Loosen up.
I'm a big kid now.
Taxes was chasing updates and getting nowhere. Now Taxes is a TurboTax expert, doing it all for you. While keeping you in the loop. So you can keep chasing this feeling. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
Don't do that. Please don't do that. The drawn princess here. Filmora. My apologies, y'all. That's my friend that commissioned the shield from me. I gotta have the shield back by May, before May. So I'm just hoping that it comes out well tomorrow. I don't have to worry about a dang thing and just ship it back to me. Yeah.
They say higher education is outdated, irrelevant. We say don't settle for the status quo.
At Grand Canyon University, we shatter it.
We lead with a pioneering spirit in classrooms that are incubators for bold ideas.
GCU empowers learners of every generation, on campus, online, and hybrid learning environments.
This is purpose-driven education. Find your purpose at
Someone
Grand
makes
Canyon
sense
University.
of the scribble scrabble I did in her hair.
I vape, but I don't like need to vape, you know? I only do it when my friends do it, or on the weekends, but never in school. I mean, usually. Unless I'm really craving it. And I only have like one vape, plus one in my nightstand. And I think there might be one in my locker. I don't know. I don't really like to think about it.
Trying to cut the layer. Nobody's trying to do that. Oh, 40. Alright, it actually looks nice. I'm pretty happy with it. Boy, oh boy. Like, I know it looks like I might be exaggerating, but girl got long hair. Like, legitimately just long. I guess I'm gonna go until I'll do that then. I'll need to see that one. I think I'm gonna go until 8:30. Not 8, not 8, 10:30. 10:30, so like 12 minutes. No, then I'll call it straight. Because I'm gonna need another break, and that break will just be me getting off Streamlabs. Because the girl's back is not loving this chair. I need to get a new. I need to get a new chair that won't mess up my back, or just want to move from a super bed. Not be so nice. Like, that's one of the chairs I've been looking at. It's got a back massage function, and the scoliosis really, I would love that. Fitness girl. What kind of thing? Don't want to jump out. There. And look absolutely ridiculous. we're trying to pre-plan out the hair a bit more, or just so that when I go to fill it in, I'm not struggling. So I just need the flow, really, and then I'll fill the shape the rest of the way. This thing I think of right here, the top. Alrighty, it's getting close to time. I'm almost done with this hair, so I'm just gonna call it, finish this, and try to finish more line art off stream. I do plan on trying to finish this tonight. That's still the plan, whether I'm on stream or not. So I'll probably take a lot more breaks off stream. Let's be real. I can't sit at this that long. Really can't. So thank you guys so much for joining my stream. Don't forget to check out my other videos. I've been uploading speed paints as of late. I will eventually upload an animation once I finish one, but speed paints and game let's plays for now. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I haven't mentioned. I'm not gonna openly promote my Patreon. It's kind of a tip jar for me right now. But I do have a Patreon. If you want to support me, I might link my Cash App in my description if you want to tip me that way. I don't know. I don't really care, but I do appreciate it because all of the funds I make will go to my tiny house. So I'll see about that.
Wake up to better sleep for less.
Yeah, I think that's all right now. Keep an eye out for my tiny house channel. I am editing videos for that, and hopefully we'll be uploading videos sooner or later for that too. So that's all the time I got for tonight, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until next time, ciao for meow.
Pull-ups help build confidence. Take it from the #1
and 2
potty training pros.